Hello everyone, Rich here, back for part 5 of this HMHS Britannic tutorial. Today's focus is the ship's boat deck superstructure, basically deck houses and the raised deck around funnel number 4, officers' quarters, the bridge, the wheelhouse and things like that, and anything else along the way that I can think of. So what we're going to do, we're going to start building the ship's, I think it's the officers' quarters that sits under the first and second funnels. Excuse me. I'm going to go over to the front of the bridge. If you haven't already done this before by following the Titanic tutorial, you probably could have done that and not bothered waiting for me. So what we're going to do, go to the front wall of the ship's bridge, so this front wall here, and the centre block, we're going to go to the first wood block behind that, and we're going to count to the 8th block back, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'll put a coloured centre block there. And what we're going to do is build this wall 11 wide, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that way, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that way. So that's 11 wide. And then the sides we want 5, so 5 back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then out 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like so. Same the other side, back 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then out 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like that. So there we are, there's the foundations of the ship's wheelhouse. For the ship's bridge, what we do now is go back to the front wall, which is we've done here, and what we're going to do is add 7 windows. So on the centre we'll add our first window, which is 2 blocks high like that, and then 3 to the side, so 1 block gap and another window, and then 1 block gap, another window, and another window. So 3 that side and then 3 this side, so 1, 2, 3 like so. So that's the windows, and then we add the pillars either side, like so, or the pillars between the windows like that, one a pillar at the end as well like that. So there's the front of the ship's wheelhouse or the bridge. And then what we do now is go behind the windows and to the side pillar, which is here, and what we do is build back 1, 2, 3 like that, and then down 2, and then back underneath like so to create a wall like so, so a side wall like that. Same the other side, so back 3, 1, 2, 3, and then build that to the height of the windows, like so. And then what we do on top again, we'll build forward, so from the top we build 1, 2, 3, 4 forward, and if you want to build the overhang like I have, then build it 5 forward like so, and then do the same the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then join them together across the front, like so, and then it creates an overhang by 1 block like so. I know most people don't like the overhang, but I built that on my ship, so bollocks to anyone who doesn't like it. So there we go. So that's the front of the ship's wheelhouse done like that. And then what we do from the top from the top block here, what we're going to do now is build a line of blocks 9 back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10 rather, and then down to the foundations like so. So do the same the other side, build back 10, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and down to the foundations like so. So that's that there. And then on the inside, the front wall that we built here, the 11 wide wall, we're going to add windows there as well. So we're going to add a window on the centre, and then 2 either side, like that, and then fill in the gaps in between with white blocks. And then the side pillar and then the side walls as well. The side walls are going to be 3 high. So everything inside this space here, the walls are going to be 3 high. So basically the height of the windows. So that side wall there, 3 high. And this side wall as well, 3 high as well. And there we go, that's the inside of the ship's wheelhouse done. So when you come in from the boat deck into the ship's wheelhouse, you can see here, got the lookouts here, and you've got the wheelhouse in there. And the side of the wheelhouse is where you can add a door and a couple of windows if you like. So a window there, plus a door, and then you can go into the wheelhouse like so. So do the same the other side. So a door there, and a window there. Marvellous, and that's how that looks. So that's the wheelhouse done there. And then for the roof of the ship's wheelhouse, I can't remember what I used. I think I used grey concrete for this one. So if we get our concrete, wherever it is, light grey concrete, that'll do. And what we do then is basically from the top of the inside wheelhouse, just build the roof all in grey. So from the wheelhouse to the front of the ship's bridge, just build it grey. Or hang on, let me just check the prototype because I can't actually remember. I think looking at it from here, Okay, what we're going to do, we'll build it back a bit further. So if we start from the front of the ship's wheelhouse, or the front of the bridge, we'll just count back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, so build it back 14. That line of grey, and then the full width of the roof will be just, well, like that. So this whole area, the roof will be grey. The rest of it, the rest of the deck, well, the rest of the floor or the roof of the ship's officers' quarters will be proper wood decking. But this area is just all in grey. So I shall quickly fill that in. I can't remember the code for the grey blocks, so I shall use hand tools for a minute. If I could use the fill tool now, so fill 251 by 8, I think, by 20. Oh, there we go, that's fine. So there's the roof all filled in. So it should look something like that. So that's the roof all done, and the ship's wheelhouse all done. And you can add a side window as well. On this side wall here, you can add a side window there, and the same on the other side, so a side window there. And don't look too bad. You can add all the instruments as well now, all the telemotors and all that guff for the ship's wheel. And it shouldn't look too bad. So that's the bridge done. And there's more detail to go on it later on, but we're not going to worry too much about it just yet. So that's that. So bear with me while I just adjust the frame rate and the notes, and then we'll move on. So give me a second. Right, so what we're going to do now is move on to the officers' quarters building behind the ship's wheelhouse. So what we're going to do, we're going to start on the left-hand side first. So where the walls go out to the side, so from the back of the ship's wheelhouse, you've got this wall here that goes out to the side. We're going to start from there, and like I said, it's on the left side. The right side is going to be different, so we'll focus on that in a minute, but we'll sort the left first. So from the left, from this point, we're going to build back 48. So I'll build the first block and measure, and then I'll measure as we go along. So you just want a line of 48. Get this side out of the way. So like I say, I'll build it freehand and measure as I go along. So like I say, you want 48 down this side. And that's 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. That's 48. There we go. And that's how it says there on the end of the pink sentence. That's 48 there. And then we want out 3. 1, 2, 3. And then back 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And then in 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 24 back, sorry, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And as you can see, it's just gone over the open area there. That's fine, that's how it's meant to be. Because so once we get this deck house in place, and the other deck house at the back there, we can fill in this section there. It just gives the side of the ship a bit more, well, not the side of the ship, but this area of the ship a bit more design to it, so we know where the deck actually sits. So anyway, that line there is 24, so that's fine. So that's the left-hand side done. Well, actually, what we want to do first is increase that to 4 high first. So build it 4 high, all the way down the side, or 4 high, the full. All the walls, build them 4 high. I used World Edit to do it, I thought it'd be here all day. And then we should be okay. Like I said, build it 4 high all the way back to the ship's wheelhouse. Excuse me. And then we should be okay. And there's the last section there. And there we go. So that's the left hand side done. So it should look something like that. Now for the right hand side, we go back to the other side of the ship's wheelhouse. And for the right side, from the end there, from the end of this outside wall, we want to build back 48 again. So once again, it's a line of 48. I should measure as I go along. So I've done the first block, and like I say, just on a line of 48. And that's 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. I should measure that, and yep, that's 48. And then from the end of the 48, you want to go out 3, so 1, 2, 3. And then you want a line of 41, so another single block and measure, and which one I want a line of 41 blocks. All the way down the side. My voice is starting to go already, which is frustrating. So where are we? That's 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, and that should be, yep, that's 41 there, so that's fine. And then what you want to do then is join them together across the back. Like so, over the open space, which is not a problem. And there we go, that's that bit done there. And it should all look something like that. And then what you want to do then is increase the height of these walls to 4 high along the side. Once again, my voice is going, which is really frustrating. I can't help that. I must have caught a cold somewhere. That's usually the case. Down to there. And last bit there. And there we go. There's the officers' quarters building done. And before we add the roof, we're going to go back to the back end. And what we're going to do is underneath the foundations at the back end here, we're going to add the wood decking. So underneath the foundations, just add the wood decking all the way back, or not back, but underneath the foundations of the walls, like so. And then in this space here, we just fill in all with wood, because this is the floor pan of the of this deck, and sort of the dividing wall between the raised deck and the lower deck, if you know what I mean. Or the raised deck and this deck, the boat deck. And there we go, there's the deck all filled in down there underneath, and then the rest of it should all fill in relatively easy when we get to it, so I'll worry about the rest of that later on. So what we want to do now excuse me, is to add the roof or the deck to the top of the ship's officers' quarters. So I shall stand on this block here and just use the fill tool to fill it all in with wood. So fill wood by 300, and there we go, that's all filled in. So that's that area all done, and it should all look something like that. So that is the first deck house done, and it don't look too bad. So as before, if you're familiar with my builds, you can start adding the doors and windows, like on the deck below. And set the usual case, you know, a door and a set of windows and things like that. So I'll start on the side, just add a door, and then windows, windows, windows. You get the idea with this one. And it should all be okay. So like I say, you just add a door or a pair of doors and a set of windows, pair of doors, set of windows, all the way round to the other side. So that is that bit done there. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do a jump cut while I work out what to do next, and then move on. So back in a moment. Okay, back again. So what we're going to do now is move on to the next deck house. I have added doors and windows to the top deck, well, the deck house that we added earlier, so that's all fitted out and glazed with doors and windows. So what we're going to do now is move on to the next deck house. So we'll go to the back end of the first deck house, which is here, and what we need to do is work out where the centre block is of this back wall, because this wall is offset, there's no centre block, so I need to go to the front end and work out where the centre block is. So bear with me on this one. So if I go from the front of the centre, there's the centre block on the front, so I need to follow that line to the back end up here. So the centre block is this block here, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th in from the left, and it's 16th in from the right. So there we are, there's the centre block of the back wall. So or it's the centre line of the ship basically. So that's what that point is there. So what we need to do now is add a temporary line of blocks from the back end of this deck house. So from the deck below to this deck here, basically underneath the foundations, we're going to add a temporary line of blocks, and these blocks are 36 long. So that's the first block there, and I'll build it in grey so we know it's temporary. So we want 36 blocks going all the way back, like so, through this area, because I mean as they're temporary, they will be removed, and I've gone too far already. So that's 34, 35, 36. So there's 36 there, like so. So like I say, it's temporary, and we'll remove them in a minute. So 36 back, and then on the top we want to build the deck house, which is 11 wide. So that is 1 centre block, and then 5 either side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that way, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that way. So this deck house here will be where the third funnel sits. So you've got 11 wide down there. And then for the side, we're working on, so the left side, work on the left side here. The left we want 8 back, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 back, and then we want out 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is that point there, because we've got this wall built already. So that's the 6th block there. And then we want back 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. and then in 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then back 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like that. So I think that's how that goes. That wall does connect to that deck house there, and I'm just thinking, is that the right area? I'm just going to double check it on the prototype, because I just want to make sure this is right, because I have made an awful lot of fuck ups in the past. And looking at it from here, that is fine. So you can see the deck house curves outwards, and it just connects onto that raised deck there. So that is fine. That is fine. That just looked a bit odd to me. Anyway, that was the left side. Now for the right side, it's slightly different. So for the right side, we want 8 back again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then out 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's the 7th block there. And then we want back 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back 3. 1, 2, 3. In 2. 1, 2. And then back 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And then join them together across the back, like so. And the centre block, I mark that, so we know that is the centre block there on the back. So there we are. Is that right? Well, it's not even, but it will do. But that is the centre line, because I can keep it in line with the rest of the block. So that is, although the wall on the back is not symmetrical, the line in line with all the other red blocks is fine. So there we are. That's that deck house there. And then these walls for this deck house, increase them to 4 blocks high. So I'll just do that quickly. So 2, 3, 4, and then I should do that all the way around. And then that grey line of blocks there you can remove as well, so we don't need them no more. So I'll just quickly do the build the walls up quickly. What I'll do one side and then I'll do a jump cut just to save time, just to give you an idea on what the hell this thing should look like. So there we are. There's one side done, so you can see the walls are 4 blocks high. What I'll do now, I'll quickly do a jump cut while I sort the other side out, and I'll remove that grey line as well, because we don't need that anymore. So back in a sec. Okay, back again. So there's the walls all added for that deck house, and it should look something like that. It does look a bit of a mess, but that's how it's shaped. And then what you want to do now is to add the roof, which is well, I used grey blocks for this one. So like the ship's wheelhouses, use grey blocks like this, and it should all look fine. It's up to you what you want to use, but like I say, I'll use grey for this. So I shall use the fill tool to fill that all in. So I shall stand here and use fill. So fill 251. 8 by 20 or 200, and there we go. There's the roof all filled in, and there we go. That's how that should look. Now, as we've got this deck house in place now, and both sides are pretty much sealed up, let's go to the front end now and just join the raised decks. We've got these walls here which are raised. We can now connect them to the back of the first deck house, to that back there, and then to the side here as well. So we just add the side wall like so. And there we go, that's that done there. And then when we come to add the deck will come to the top here, so the top of the raised walls on the inside here. So the ship's officers' quarters there, or grand staircase building, whatever it's called. And then the raised walls here, we can add the deck now. And this will go all the way on the inside of the raised walls around to the other side. So what I'll do, I shall use the fill tool again. I shall stand on this block here and use fill. So fill wood by 200 or 300, and that should fill in, and there we go. And that's the raised deck all filled in there. As you can see, it's between the 2 deck houses. You've got the main, that one there, and this deck house here, and the raised deck is all filled in, so that is all fine. That worked out better than expected, so that's that job done there. And we can move on now. So what we do now, we go to the back end of the previous deck house, this deck house we just built here. And I'm just going to change my notes, so I just changed the page, bear with me. And what we want to do is from the centre block of the back wall, we want to build or count back to the 5th block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Add another colour block, and then build this wall 25 wide. So that is 12 either side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And 12 the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then the sides are 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Same the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. and then join them together across the back. Like so. So you've got a square building like that, and then increase it all to 4 high all the way around. So this is where the skylights will go on the top. So I'll just quickly find our quartz tool there, and down to there, and then the other side, and then across the back as well. So like I say, it's a 4 high block building, and it's basically just a big square or rectangle if you like. And I'll quickly add another colour block to mark the centre, so I know it is the centre there. Like that. And then for the roof, once again, it's up to you what you want to use, but I'll use grey again. So the roof we'll just use grey. So fill, or grey blocks anyway. And there we go, there's the roof added. It's the same height as the building itself, so the roof's added. Now for the skylight, which is an awkward design, we go to the centre block on the top. So the centre block here, we build it 3 high, build 3 high, 1, 2, 3, and then build that 3 in thickness. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3 like that. So it's 3 wide like that, and 3 high, and then build that the full width of the building, or the full length basically, to the back wall, and then do the same at the other side. So we've got a 3 high pillar at each end, and do the same. Well, basically we had the pillar 3 blocks high, or 3 blocks thick across the width like so. So it's shaped like that. And then at each corner, or each side rather, we want to add sloping blocks. So we use stairs for this one. So we use stairs, build them down in 3. So 1, 2 and 3. So it's 3 stairs like so. Now if you're familiar with how the Titanic and others look, you will know that there are windows here, but we're trying to work out how to do this best. So what we'll do, I'll add the pillars first, these diagonal pillars. Like so. So that's one window, what would be one window, so that's one, and then the next one would be here. Just get these in place first. So it's the second window there, and then the third window, and then the fourth window will be here. So we'll get these in place first. So this is on one side of course, so on the other side you do the same. So there's our sort of what would be 4 windows, and then it one side you can shorten it, so you don't need this end here. Like so. So just as long as you've got these 4 windows like that. And on the prototype and on the Titanic, what I used before, I got nether brick stairs, whatever the hell they are, but I used them to mark the windows basically. So if they were black stairs, I would have used those, but as these are the darkest colours available, I used these. So that's all I could come up with. So there's one side done, and you do the same on the other side as well. I just add the back, the end of the wall like that. So it should look something like that. So I'll quickly copy that to the other side, so it'll be symmetrical on both sides. So up to that point there, we'll do copy, flip to the right, paste, and there we go. There's a sort of a pyramid, if you like, in the middle, and it should sort of look something like that. Now you can change these windows if you want to, because I know sometimes there were panels that covered them up, sort of like a blackout. So so sometimes you could add add slabs. I have seen pictures, well, not proper pictures, but paintings of shutters sort of going over the top like so. And in reality, these things would close down over the top of the windows. Because it's Minecraft, you can't really get an idea on how that's meant to look. But these things would fold down and cover up the windows. But it's up to you if you want to add these. There's sort of a detail, it may look alright to you, but to me it just looks a bit odd. Because, like I say, it's Minecraft and things do look a bit crap in Minecraft. But anyway, that's that skylight section done there. Now what we want to do now is go to the back wall of this building we just built. For the next skylight, which is the proper one that covers up the grand staircase here, and we want to go to the outside edge. So from the back wall here, go to the outside and then count inwards to the 8th block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then build back 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Do the same the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 11 back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Join them together across the back, like so, and then increase it in height to 3 blocks high. And it should all look fine when it's done. Like I say, I got it 3 high all the way around. and that is where the next grand staircase will go. So if you want to remove all the wood blocks in here, you can, and then you'll have space to build the staircase. But what I'm going to do now is just add the glazing. So from the centre, which is here, just add a central spine to the top of the cover, and I'll also add a coloured block to the back like so. And then we can add the windows every other block. So you've got sort of spine and then ribs out to the side like that. So that's one side, and then add you've got the windows and then add the ribs like so, and then do the same the other side. There you go, there's that skylight done there. And that is how it should look. Alright, so that's that little job done there. And now what we want to do now is go back to that skylight and start counting again. And what we're going to do is add a platform now. So from this centre block here of the skylight, we're going to count back to the 6th block back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And add a colour block. And then for this platform, it's going to be 29 wide, so that's 14 either side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 that way. Same the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 that way. And then the sides we want 34. So I shall build the first block and count it. So we want 34 back for the sides. How far is that? That is 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. And do the same the other side. So first block, and then measure 34. And that is 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. And then join them together across the back. Like so, and there's that platform sort of done there. And then what you want to do now is just leave it as 1 block high, and on the inside we want to add the deck. So to build the deck up 1 block high basically on the inside of this platform. So you see it just raises the deck slightly. So what you want to do is just fill this all in with wood, and then we can move on. So fill wood by 30 or 300, and there we go, there's the deck or the platform added there, and it should look sort of, well, like that basically. And what we'll do now is build the deck house, which will sit, or which will house funnel number 4. And we'll go back to that centre block on the front, and on the top of that we're going to build 11 wide. So there's a centre block, and then 5 either side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that way. And then the sides we want to build 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then curving out we want 3. 1, 2, 3, and then 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 3 back in. 1, 2, 3, and then 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you can see the wall goes straight, curves out slightly, and then curves back in, and then straight again. So this is because the funnel is slightly wider than the deck house. So we do the same on the other side. It's not something accurate to the real ship. This is just a design thing for my ships. Okay, this is what I've done for mine only. Okay, because it's not accurate to the real ship. Just because I built the deck house slightly too small, but it's the sort of thing that's remained. So we do the same on the other side. We want 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 3, 1, 2, 3, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then join them together across the back, like so, and then increase them in height to 3 blocks high. So I can probably do this freehand now. Just build it 3 blocks high all the way around. And then we can move on to the next bit. So once again, when you add the roof, it will be in grey again. So I'll do this side and then I'll copy it across. So that's one side, and I'll copy it across. So just copy from down there to up the front there. And we'll do our usual copy, flip to the right, and then paste. And there we go, that's both sides done. So it's 3 high. The building is in fact 4 high, but because it's on a platform, it just reduces it in height slightly. So build the back wall like so, and then mark the centre as well, so I know it's the centre. And there we go. And then we can add the roof, which is all grey, and we should be okay. So where's the... there it is. So add the grey roof, and there we go. There's the grey roof added, and that's that job done there. So that's all the deck houses almost done. We've got one more deck house to go. So go back to the back line of the platform, and I'll add another centre block. And we want to count back to the 4th block back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and build our next deck house. So this deck house is 11 wide, so that's 5 either side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that way. The sides are 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Join them together across the front, or the back rather, like so, and then increase them in height to 4 high. So all the way around you want 4 high. And everything should be okay. So where's this quartz there is? So build it 4 high all the way around. Like so. And it should look something like that. And then add the roof again, which is all grey. So once again I shall stand on this block here and fill the grey part in. There we go, there's the roof added. And it should look something like that. And then for the top, which is another sort of smaller deck house on the top, so we'll go from the centre of the back wall, which is here. We'll go 1 block forward and build 5 wide, so that's 1 centre and then 2 either side, like so. The sides are 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Join them together across the back, and then increase them to 3 high, all the way around. So this is the where the elevator or lift mechanism would go. I think this is a lift shaft underneath, and it should all look relatively okay. And there we go, there's the that deck house done there, and it don't look too bad in my opinion. So that's all the deck houses pretty much done. There are more to go on because there are housings for the gantry davits, but we'll worry about them another day. What we want to do now is just add the big vents to the back of this back wall here. So build it 3, what was it, 4? Build it 4 wide either side. So 2 lines of 4 like that either side, and then build them up to 4 high as well. I'm just trying to get an idea on how I've done this. So 4 wide, 4 high times 2, basically like that. Trying to think how I've done it. Let me just pop over to the prototype because I'm completely stumped by this. It's been 2 years since I built these from scratch, so there we go. So how did I do it? I want to build them 1 forward, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up, and then a square on the front. Okay, so increase them in height to 5 high. So they're 4 high at the moment, and then increase them to 5 high, like so. And then we build a square around, like so, I think. So a square like that on the front, so the same as well on the other side, like that. And then with stairs on the back, just add the stairs to create the sort of curve of them. And hopefully using the stairs in the right direction. And there we go, there's that deck house decked out like that. And you can start adding the doors and windows as well, because like I said, I've not done any doors and windows to these deck houses, only to the front ones. So you can go ahead and glaze these out if you want to. I'll just fly over to the prototype to give you an idea on how the windows and doors go. So that last deck house we just done, you got the deck house windows and doors like that, so you got the doors and windows there. The 4th funnel deck house, the windows and doors are like that, and then you got the grand staircase there, which is covered up, and the doors and windows there. Around funnel number 3, doors and windows again. Like I say, they're only random because I've not done them according to the real ship, but you know, no one's really going to give 2 shits about that. And that's that job done there. So that is pretty much the deck houses all done. So there's still more detail to go on, of course. We've got the davit mechanisms and things like that, but the ship has definitely got more of its identity now. So what I'm going to do, I'll do a quick workout of what to do next if I can be bothered, or we can call it a day. So bear with me a second while I work this out. I think what I'll do a jump cut now, and then I'll do a bit more writing down, and then we can move on to the next job. So not sure what it's going to be, but bear with me. So back in a moment. Okay, back again. So what we're going to do now is add the rudder and propellers. So this is going to be an interesting one. So what we need first is to add our cobblestone, or get our cobblestone wall, which is these little things here, and you're going to use those as hinges. So we're going to add 15 hinges, starting at the bottom, and add 15 hinges up. So add the first one at the bottom there, and then every other block. So that's 1, and then 2. So every other block basically. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So there's our 15 hinges there, like that, kind of like studs basically. And then for the rudder, you start at the bottom in the red, and for the bottom of the rudder we want 3 back, so 1, 2, 3 like that. And then we want 4 rows of 2, so we want 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 like that. And then we want up, up 2. 1, 2, hang on, yeah, up 2, sorry, and then up 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like that, and then forward of that we want 5 up, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that's curving forward. So you want 3 at the bottom, 2, 2, 2, 2, up 2, up 8, and then up 5. And what we want to do now is bring that red all the way forward again to connect it to the hinges. And then we fill in the whole of the red section first. So we'll get the white section done in a moment. So just fill in all of the red. It's quite a large section this, so it's going to take a little while. And there we go, there's the red all filled in. So that's the bottom half of the rudder done. Then for the top half, go to the top of the white, or top of the red, sorry, and 1 block forward of the end. So there was the one up 5. We go to 1 forward of that, and what we do, we build up 3. So 1, 2, 3. No, 2. Sorry, build up 2. Apologies there. So build up 2, and then 2 more rows of 2. So 2 and 2. So 2, 2, 2 like that. And then we want up 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 again. 1, 2, 3. And then I think that's wrong, isn't it? So it's 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, and 1. Bear with me on this one. Apologies there, it was right. It's just I miscounted what I was doing. So that's the same. That's the right design. So up 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, and then up 4. So I want 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. But these last 3 you can change them to green because that's the colour they are. So the top 3 here, just change them to green to match the stripe. And there you go. There's the top of the rudder. So apologies for me screwing up. Even though I didn't actually screw it up, just read things a bit wrong, and then just fill in the white, and there we go, there's the rudder done, and it should look something like that. Now I can't screw the propellers up, surely I can't, because they're so simple. He lied. Right, so what we do now, go back down to the bottom of the, bottom of where the rudder is, and go forward by, or go where the bottom hinges, and go on the keel forward to the second block, and then go to the 4th block up, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we cut a hole 3 blocks wide like that, or 3 blocks long, and then 11 high, so that's 1 high, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then cut it 3 high, or 3 wide all the way top to bottom, like so, and then fill in any water leaking gaps, like so, and there you go, there's the gap all opened up like that. And then what you want to do is go to the 7th block up from the bottom, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then add the shaft going across, so like that. So it should be an even gap. So that should be 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's not, is it? We'll just go down 1. Is that even still? So just double check this one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gap there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gap there. Right, okay, so I apologize, it's the 6th block up. Right, so that's where the shaft goes. And on the centre of the shaft, using sandstone. I use sandstone blocks and sandstone stairs for this because of the propeller design. For the propeller blade, you build out 3, 1, 2, 3, and on top of that again 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, like that. So that's your blade like that, and then you add the slabs, the stairs to create the curve of the blade, upside down and right way up and all that. And there we go, there's the propeller blade added like that. So do the same going up. So go up 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 3 again, 1, 2, 3, and 1, like so. And then the stairs, stairs, and stairs, and stairs there. So that's the second propeller blade. This bloody rudder keeps getting in the way. Right, so now we do the same on the other side. 1, 2, 3 out, 1, 2, 3, and 1, plus the stairs. And there we go. That's the third blade, and then oh damn it, upside down. So there's the third blade, and then the fourth blade. 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3, and 1. And we add the propeller, the slabs, stairs, whatever they're fucking called. And there's not a lot of room to manoeuvre around here, so apologies for me swearing. Right, there we are. So there's the 4 propellers, blades added like that. Now I do get a lot of criticism for this because the outside propellers only have 3 blades in reality, whereas I always add 4. I don't give a toss. I always add 4 blades no matter what. So what we're going to do now is go to the center propeller, the center shaft of the propeller, which is this thing here. And from there we're going to count back, or count forward rather, 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And on the 13th block we build out 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's where the propeller will go. So the propeller will go on this block here. So I'll put the center block of the center knob of the propeller there, and get rid of 6 of the 7 blocks there. And then from there we can add the propeller, which is the same design again. So 3 by 3 by 1, 3 by 3 by 1, down 3 by 3 by 1, and then 3 by 3 by 1, and then add the stairs. And everything should all line up hunky diddly. And it's the same on the other side as well. Of course, there's 2 propellers on either side. So there we are. There's the propeller added there, minus the staircase at the top. There we go. So that's the outside propeller done there. And then from the propeller shaft, you go to the back of the propeller, and you just add a line of blocks from the centre all the way forward until it connects to the hull of the ship, like so. And then what you do, then you go back to the propeller again, and 1 block back from the propeller, from behind the propeller, build up 2, 2, 2 like that, and then 2 in like that. And then each row, just build forward until you connect to the hull, like so. Like that, and then the next row as well. And there we go, that's that propeller done there. Like I say, it should, in theory, look something like that. Although it probably never will. So that's, like I said, that's 1 propeller done. You do the same on the other side now. So what I'll do, I'll quickly copy paste this to the other side. And hopefully I won't screw it up. So I'll just copy from down there to up there. And what I'll do, I'll quickly copy, flip and paste. And everything should be fine. So what we do copy, flip to the right, and then we paste. And there we go, there's the other propeller done. So we've got 3 propellers done. And I think there's a small issue with one of them. I think one of the propeller blades is the wrong way round, or the not the blade, but the stairs is the wrong way round. There we go. That's what was wrong there. It looked a bit odd. So it's the same on the other side, isn't it? So yeah, I copied it wrong. So I didn't copy it wrong. I just built the bloody stair the wrong way up. There we go. So there we go. That's the propellers done. Like I say, they're meant to be 3-bladed, but I always build 4-bladed, no matter what anyone thinks. So or what anyone says. So it's my choice. I don't give a damn. So there we are. That's the propellers done, the rudder done, and all those deck houses done. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to call it a day, and then we shall move on to whatever's next. So part 6 will be next. I don't know what to do next. It'll probably be the forecastle, masts, stern poop deck superstructure, and anything like that. But like I say, if you're going to be building this as part of a downloadable project, although it goes completely in vain with everything I say, because there's going to be shit weasels out there who are going to completely override anything I say. There's always people out there who want to claim my work and bring it up for themselves, but hey ho, there we go. So we'll leave it at that. So this is Rich signing off, logging off, disappearing, and I shall return for part 6, I think it is. So yeah, bye for now.